Can loving too much destroy? Do you know when you are suffocating? This is a crucial question that brings us to the insightful thought of Erich Fromm, the psychoanalyst and philosopher who warned us. The family is a dangerous institution because love can become possession. At first glance, this phrase may sound strange. How can love, the most fundamental and positive force in human experience, be dangerous? Fromm was not referring to love in its purest essence, but to its distortion, a form of affection that, instead of freeing and nurturing, imprisons and suffocates. In the family dynamic, this transformation of love into possession is a subtle trap, but with devastating consequences for autonomy and individual development. Love, when possessive, does not see the other as a unique and separate being, but as an extension of oneself, an object to be controlled, overly protected, or molded to meet one's own needs and expectations. In the family, this can manifest in various ways, from the mother who decides all her child's choices, from clothing to career, without considering their genuine desires, to the father who projects his own unfulfilled dreams onto his children, demanding they follow a predetermined path. It is love that is mistaken for dependence, that feeds on the other's fragility to feel strong, or that uses guilt as a tool of manipulation to keep loved ones close. When love becomes possession, individuality is stifled. The child, and later the adult, who grows under this aegis learns that their worth lies in meeting their parents' expectations, in being what they want them to be. They do not develop their own voice, their own desires, because every attempt at autonomy is seen as a threat to the family quasi unity, or as ingratitude for the parents, sacrifice. Guilt is a powerful tool. After everything I've done for you, you would do this to me? This phrase, or variations of it, binds the child in an invisible web of emotional obligations. The freedom to make choices, to err and learn, to build their own identity is denied in the name of a love that, paradoxically, prevents flourishing. The consequences of this form of love are profound and complex. The person who was loved with possession may develop a range of difficulties. Low self-esteem, because they never felt their desires mattered. Inability to make decisions due to always being controlled. Difficulty in setting boundaries in their own relationships, replicating the pattern of yielding to others or trying to control them. And a constant sense of inadequacy or guilt. The fear of disappointing, of not being good enough, or of losing the love, however distorted, of their parents becomes a heavy burden. There is also the risk of a late rebellion, where the adult, upon realizing the suffocation, breaks away drastically and painfully from the family, or conversely, a perpetual dependence, where they can never detach and build an independent life. This trap of possessive love is often built with the best intentions. Parents genuinely believe they are protecting their children, guiding them toward the best path, preventing suffering. They may come from homes where detachment was synonymous with abandonment and thus confuse control with care. The anxiety of parents about their children's future, the fear that they might get hurt or fail, can lead them to overprotect and, unknowingly, suffocate. The line between care and control is thin and requires constant reflection. For Fromm, true love is an act of freedom, not submission. It involves respect for the other's integrity, the desire for the other to grow and develop to their fullest, even if that means paths different from our own. Healthy love is one that wants to see the other soar, not one that binds their wings. It is a love that encourages autonomy, celebrates individual achievements, and offers a safe haven for return without demands or guilt. It understands that each family member is a unique being, with their own dreams, flaws, and virtues. Changing the dynamic from possessive love to a love that frees requires arduous and conscious work, especially from parents. It begins with self-observation. What are my expectations for my children? Am I projecting my own fears or frustrations onto them? Am I using guilt to get what I want? Respect for individuality is fundamental. This means truly listening to what the child wants, what their interests and passions are, even if they differ from ours. It means allowing them to make their own mistakes and learn from them, offering support rather than judgment. Open and honest communication is an essential bridge. Talking about one's own expectations, but also about one's own fears, can help disarm the cycle of possession. It is necessary to learn to love without suffocating, to protect without controlling, to guide without imposing. It is an active detachment, where one recognizes that the greatest gift one can give a child is the freedom to be themselves, to discover their own path, to build their own happiness. It is a love that trusts, that lets go of the reins, and that rejoices in the other's journey, even if it diverges from our plans. When love in the family becomes a space of freedom and growth, it ceases to be dangerous and becomes the most powerful force in building whole and authentic human beings. Did you like what you heard? Leave your like, share with those who need this reflection, and subscribe to not miss the next content that will transform your way of seeing family and education.